What up? Peace, peace, peace. Want to come back with another video. I want to get into, Christ in the Old Testament, Yahushua in the Old Testament, because, let's get it. Because, this whole book, it's written up of him, about him, man. So, let's see, let me get that. Because he's through all of this, man. So, let's get this book of Psalms, chapter 40. Finally found it in verse 7. That's what Paul quoted too. It says, Psalm chapter 40 verse 7. This is David, prophesying, talking about Yahushua, talking about Christ. Then I said, lo, I come, in the volume of the book is written of me. So yeah, man, this book is written about, Christ. You remember about Yahushua, man. And I was just thinking earlier, like, it's like, they even got it like now. Like, say, like, for example, like, I hate to use this word, but, for like movies, this like Easter eggs, like think about like certain scriptures and certain prophecies, like as that, like, so quote unquote Easter eggs, not going into actual Easter and pagan. I'm just saying it as a term, like little hints and clues of Yahushua, of Christ in the whole scriptures, man, and for the of the whole book, man. That's what it is. Christ is in Genesis, but still, like, think about it like that, like when somebody, because there's many different fractions that and I even talked to some of people that don't believe in Christ, Yahushua of but think about it like that, because like Easter eggs or different little hints, like teasers, like little teasers of him, in the Old Testament, man, because he's all throughout it. The whole book is about him. Because so, like, think about, like, well, now it's not so good, but think about, like, in this heyday, like, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, how they had little Easter eggs for the next thing, or leading up to the big to leading up to Avengers, of actual, like, Thanos coming. They had little Easter eggs, little was it like what's it called, Easter eggs, and post credit scenes, and stuff like that. But think about it like that, like in that lens, like of certain scriptures in the Old Testament of prophecies of Christ. Think about little Easter eggs and little like glimpses of Christ, and until he actually came, till Yahushua actually came on the scene, man. Even though he always existed, and because he always existed, because Most High commanded him, gave him, like, listen, son, create this, create that, because create by actually, let me get that in John. So yeah, I just want us to think about, like, just look at it in different lens. Think about it like that, because because yeah, man, there's all these prophecies, all these things. The book is written about him, man. Because if you really like read, like, damn, Christ is here, Christ is there. It's all talking about Yahushua. It's all talking about Christ, man. So, but this I was going to say in the Old Testament, but I just had to get it since I brought it up. Alright, that's a little dark here. I should have turned the light on, but whatever. This is John chapter 1, verse 1, and it reads, let's get, and it reads, see here. John chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yahweh, or with God, and the Word was Yahweh, or was God. So yeah, man, it's talking about, Christ, man. He's that word you read about in Genesis, man. He's in the beginning, man. But all the other prophets, came and they spoke of, they prophesied about him. Most of the prophets knew that he was coming, man. So yeah, man. But I'm reading again, Psalm chapter 40. This is David again, prophesying about Christ. One of the times he prophesied about Christ. Then I said, "Lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me." So yeah, man. So yeah, man. Think about, like I said earlier. Think about like little hints and little sneak peeks, or little like certain movies or TV shows or series or something that's like really. Think about something like a little movie or movie franchise or TV series uh or something else, or book, or not I won't say book, but or there was something else that it was very like they were building it up, very anticipated. That's the same dynamic like here on the actual spiritual level, on the real level. Because I want to, I'm just using that as an example because I want to actually, but y'all, hopefully y'all understand where I'm getting at. This is something that's really like anticipated, that has been hinting at and hinting at and hinting at, but then until it finally came to pass, until it finally like arrived. So yeah, man, that's how the scriptures are. That's how the Old Testament is about Yahushua, about Christ. Actually, the whole book is, because there's little prophecies here and prophecies there. Prophecies here in the Old Testament talking about Yahushua, talking about Christ, and it's like whoever, like, when I see it, when you read those, it's like, well, who else could this be talking about? It's talking about Christ, it's talking about Yahushua, man. So it's talking about him. So let's go to Hebrews, what Paul quoted, you know. So hopefully, that little analogy that made sense, man. Yeah, man. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 10, verse 7. So Paul quoted this too, man. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 7, and it reads. Oh yeah, and this goes into what else? Hebrews. Actually, I'm gonna read it first, and I'm gonna elaborate. But it's Hebrews chapter 10, verse 7. Then I said, "Lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me, to do thy will, O Yahweh, or O God." So yeah, man. So even Paul quoted that song, man. And to that point, man, this can even tie into bills that touch on the past, like as is written, because a lot of times what Paul says as is written. So the Old Testament and the New Testament, they go hand in hand, man. They balance one another. Speaking like Old Testament and like New Testament, the whole scriptures really like Old Covenant, New Covenant, basically. That's what it is. But think about it like this, man. Like, think about it like this. You can't, like, with the you have to have, like, you have to have both, because you can't just watch like the end of the movie or the midway to the movie and the end of the movie. Well, basically, midway to the end of the movie, and say okay, that was a good movie, that was it, but you missed the beginning, man. That's how the scriptures is. You can't just say okay, I'm like many different fractions, mainly in Christianity. This growing up, they said this focus on, or was told focus on the New Testament. Yeah, that's the most time when I was growing up. Not to get side in the Christian church, uh, they was talking about how Christ has died for our sins, and that was it. I never, most of the stuff I learned now, and the knowledge I didn't know. I didn't. That's never, but I just didn't know. But anyway, but yeah, man. So it's like Old Testament and New Testament, they go hand in hand. Because you can't read, like, can't just like watch the midway end of the movie, or it's the end of the movie, and to say that's it. No, you gotta go to the beginning to understand this part, like how it got to this point, man. That's the same thing with the scriptures, man. So, because you gotta understand it, that's why you gotta go back to it again to understand why. Because the most stuff is um, this based off what was before, man. So that's what it is, man. Most stuff was based off what before, man. So yeah, man. That's really Actually, yeah, let me read it. Nah, actually, should turn this light on. Psalm chapter 40, verse 7. And it reads, Then I said, Here am I prescribed for me in a written scroll. I'm reading that again, a little butchered the reading a little bit. Then I said, Here I am, as is prescribed for me in a written scroll. So, yeah, man. So that's really it. Yeah, man. That's really it. Now I'll read. I'll read Hebrews. Actually, yeah, I'll read Hebrews. Let's see what I'll read. Alright, this Hebrews chapter 10 and 7, and it reads, in the Oxford Study Bible, and it reads, Then I said, Here I am, as it is written of me in the scroll. I have come, O Yahweh, to do your will. That's what Yahweh did. He came and do his Father's will, and died for us, his nation, man, died for his people, man. Because it's like, that's what he did, man. So, that's why we got to follow his footsteps, follow his ways, That's it, man. He's our Lord. He's our way back to the Father, man. Back to Yahweh, back to the Most High, man. So, but yeah, man, the whole book is written of him, man. So, that's really it, man. That's what I want to go more in depth, Christ, over Yahweh in the Old Testament, man. So hopefully y'all got some out of this, man. So hopefully y'all stay up, man. Stay blessed, May the Most High, in Christ, and y'all shall watch over everything y'all doing. Hopefully y'all prospering everything y'all doing, man. Hopefully y'all stay in good spirits, man. So much love, peace.